Hi guys, it's Reagan and welcome back to another video. Today I am joined by a very special guest, my husband Clay.
Hi.
And today we're doing our yearly tradition video, which is my husband buys my book haul. Exactly. But before we dive in the video itself, first a word from this video sponsor, which is Book of the Month. Hi guys, I'm so excited to say that this video is sponsored by Book of the Month. I have been a longtime subscriber of Book of the Month now for many, many years. I'm truly a huge fan of their service, but if you're not familiar, Book of the Month is an online bookish subscription service. Every single month, they curate a selection of books from a variety of different authors, voices, and genres in the community. Always new releases, always hardcover. They now even have selections where you can choose to have the book via audio instead of a physical copy. Essentially, they're just a wonderful service to gain access to new releases for a fantastic price, all with the convenience of having it sent directly to your door. They also make a fantastic gift. I, of course, have a very special offer code. This month, if you use the code HOLLY, you can get your first book, a hardcover new release, for only $5, plus your selection of a free hat, and their hats are so cute. But without further ado, let's go ahead and show off the two books I selected this month. And I would say they couldn't be more different from each other. The first book is perfect for the season, and that is Good Spirits. The setup of this book sounds fantastic. First, our main character Nolan is a ghost of Christmas past. Every season, he haunts people, and he tries to get in, get out as quickly as possible so we can go back to his aimless existence as a ghost. However, though, when he meets the person he's supposed to haunt this season, Harriet, our other main character, things begin to change. Harriet, our other main character, is a good person. She's a people pleaser to her core and does not realize right away that she's actually being haunted. But with the deadline of Christmas Eve rapidly approaching, Nolan and Harriet must look to each other's past to figure out their future. I love this reimagining of A Christmas Carol. I hope it's fun and romantic. As I said, my selections could not be more opposite of each other because the next book I picked is Dark Sisters, a horror novel. And this essentially follows three women across time and a curse that impacts each of them. And it says, one legacy of fury, love, and power that refuses to die. I love this sort of setup for a story. Multiple women kind of connected through time, especially if they're brought together in their desire for revenge. This just sounds like something I would really enjoy, and again, could provide some good contrast. Alrighty guys, those are my December Book of the Month selects. Again, if you use the code HOLLY, you can get your first book from Book of the Month for only $5. Thank you again for Book of the Month for working with me for this video, but let's go ahead and jump back into the book haul. So obviously you might know I am technically on a book buying ban for 75 Booked, but Clay buying me books does not break said ban. It is a loophole that I will readily exploit for my own personal gain. But if you're not familiar with this video, basically Clay goes out to one of our favorite local bookstores,
Book People,
and he basically shops around and selects 5 books, comes back home, wraps them. I have no idea what they are, and then we unwrap them on camera, and it's always such a fun time. So before we dive into the books themselves, Clay, let us know your thesis, your approach for this selection of books for this video.
So I actually bought 6 books
6?
instead of 5.
Wow.
And you'll know the reason why it's 6 instead of 5 near the end.
Oh, surprise.
But my thesis around it was, so this bookstore has a lot of descriptions and things, so I walk around and read, tried to pick anything over a 4.0 on Goodreads.
Classic.
And 5 of the 6 are that. I think one's just under. I know what you like to read and your tastes, and also you listen to a lot of audiobooks, so I've also been listening to what you like as well. So I tried to align it to that, and then some personal touches to it. I'd say it wasn't a specific theme, but also there's a decent amount of cozy books in this.
Perfect for the time of year.
They're not all that way, but I think a little heartwarming, a little fun was a big part of what's in this set of books.
I'm so excited. And I feel like that will pair so nicely with audio for some of those examples for my puzzling obsession. I'm so excited. The wrapping paper is also so cute. This one in particular, let me do a close-up. So I guess we'll start with book number 1. Ooh. I think it's a hardcover.
Oh, another thing is I tried to do all hardcovers.
Ooh!
5 of the 6 are hardcovers.
Wow, you really looking out for me, Clay. You really splurged on me. I'm sad to destroy this wrapping paper because it's so pretty. I can already tell by the cover it's something I am gonna enjoy so much. So the first book is A Case of Mice and Murder by Sally Smith. Oh my goodness. Okay, chat us through book number 1, Clay.
All right, so Reagan's been listening to a lot of audiobooks that are murder mysteries.
True.
And I think this is kind of in the vein of like an Agatha Christie style murder mystery. It's turn of the century, takes place in London. There's like a legal element to it beyond just it being a murder mystery. It takes place in an area called
I'm really into lawyers right now too.
It takes place in an area called the Temple in London. They have their own laws, and like police have to be invited in by like the people that are involved within this temple area. Highly rated. It's the first in a series of books too.
Perfect. So the thing about me is I specifically love murder mysteries, but I'm not a huge thriller fan. So it's like distinct. I especially love detective stories. I especially love stories set in London. I especially love serialized murder mystery stories. So this just sounds absolutely delightful. Oh, and it literally says the first in a delightful new mystery series set in the hidden heart of London's legal world. I'm into lawyers right now because I watched this K-drama centering lawyers, and I keep making this joke that like in another life I should have become a lawyer. So this is so fun. So yes, this book is set in the turn of the century in London. It's set in the hidden legal world of London. We follow our main character who is a lawyer, a barrister, I think that's how you say it. And he's essentially like lost in his current case, which has to do with a very famous child writer, which is called Millie and the Temple Church Mouse, which I think has to do with like mice and murder situation. And he almost misses that like the head judge is found murdered on his doorstep. And I think his case and the murder begin to intertwine in a really interesting way. I love murder mysteries. I think the audiobook of this is also going to be incredible. I cannot wait to read this. This is so perfect for this time of year. This is, wow, I'm so excited to read this. Thank you.
The Goodreads reviews talked about the audiobook specifically.
Oh,
as
really?
well, so.
Oh, perfect. Oh, I can't wait. We're off to a fantastic start. Clay even, he wrote notes for this. Okay, book number 2, still hardcover. Ah, wow.
You're going to know this one.
It's signed. Wow. Wow. I don't own this. I've been wanting... Wow. So this is Brigands and Bread Knives by Travis Baldree, the same writer who wrote Legends and Lattes. The cover is giving me like Redwall flashbacks. Okay, wow. 2 for 2. Talk about this one, Clay.
Yeah, so I know Reagan really, really loved Legends and Lattes. This isn't a sequel, but in the same universe.
Oh, is it?
I think the character Fern right here is like a librarian of some sort. And goes out on a quest and is probably a little mousy and goes out with this series.
To become brave.
Exactly.
Truly, there's little I love more than a quest-centered fantasy story following a ragtag group of individuals having to venture out into the world to like solve some type of problem. I already know I love this writer. I even love this setup more than Legends and Lattes. I'm obsessed. I cannot wait to pick this up. I feel like, yes, you're so right. On the money. I'm probably gonna love this. Thank you. So 2 for 2, Clay. You're absolutely killing it this year. Moving on to book number 3.
Before you open this,
okay.
At the bookstore, they had a little shelf and it was support fictional small businesses. And all the books were about small businesses
like
and owning one. And this fit within that.
Okay.
And
so it's like fictional small businesses that are in various worlds within books. Is that basically the concept? That's so cute. You know me so well. It's translated Japanese literature. Oh my gosh. The book is What You Are Looking For Is in the Library by Michiko Ayama. Obsessed with the cover. Tell me about it.
So this book is about a librarian who gives really, really good recommendations for people trying to find something in their life. And I think this is going to be like somewhat within a larger story, but little vignettes of this librarian helping people find in this Tokyo bookstore the exact book that helps them get to where they're trying to go.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very heartwarming and sweet. Probably a little formulaic from one to the next.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like a book that you'd really enjoy. And like, I know you like books about books.
Yeah.
And this would be fit right within that.
So this year I've been reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which is another piece of translated Japanese literature, which is about a bookstore where people can travel back in time. And it's like vignette short stories that are like really emotional, but heartwarming, like bittersweet. I cry every time reading that book. And it sort of kicked off like a hyperfixation on like translated Japanese work. So I've read like 7 this year. So I'm so excited to have this and read another one because this absolutely sounds like something I would love. And also cry reading, which, you know, we always need a good cry. I love a bittersweet cry, you know? So thrilled. We have a new wrapping paper enters the chat.
Getting less cozy with this series.
Oh,
this was more the series section.
Okay, that was the cozy section. Okay, let's open this up. Literally, Jordan was texting me about this book. That's our friend. Oh, I'm gonna wow. We have I, Medusa. Look at those sprayed edges. Fantastic.
So I know Reagan loves classic Greek or Roman retelling of like a mythological person, and this is a Medusa retelling, kind of reframing the character as a tragic character that in a lot of ways is a victim. And it's an adult retelling.
Literary fiction retelling?
Yeah, adult literary refiction telling, and I think this is something Reagan would really love.
Yes, it's quite literally on my radar. My friend Jordan and I were texting about this because she also wants to read this, and that is exactly what this is about. It's a reimagining of the myth of Medusa, painting a more human and dynamic portrayal of her life and story, both before the transformation and I think after. And generally speaking, I'm always a woman who supports women's wrongs, so I'm very curious to see how this is going to unfold. I also really love Greek mythology retellings because they tend to have super stunning writing, and I really love like a super flowery writing style, and I feel like this is definitely going to deliver that as well. So I'm so excited. And a lot of the author blurbs on the back are from authors I love. Roshni Chokshi, Saba Tahir. All of these just this really sounds like something awesome. I would truly love. Moving on now to book number 5. I think this is maybe the best you've ever done. You've always done incredible, but like this just feels like we've reached like an elite level of book collecting.
This is someone we both read.
Really? I know what this is. Wait, this is so exciting. Okay, perfect. It's Fredrik Backman's My Friends. We've both read Beartown. I've also read some other books by Fredrik Backman. Absolutely love his writing, his character work, his settings. I've heard amazing things about this new release, so I'm so excited that you grabbed it.
Yep, so this book is about a woman. She gets this painting. There's these 3 boys painted in the background swimming at this lake.
Right.
She does like, I think, a cross-country journey to learn more about them. I imagine there's elements of coming of age, probably a little bit of a past present. I'm not sure exactly how it's framed or told, but I love a coming of age story. I know you love a coming of age story, and I think this is going to be really fun, really funny, heartwarming. Having read his other books, I loved the way this author writes, and think he has a really good human touch to what he puts in things.
I totally agree. Yes, this sounds so interesting, and kind of the coming together of 2 distinct storylines, both the story of those 3 young boys who get painted in this like world famous painting, and I think like following their story in that moment, and then an artist who's feeling really lost who unexpectedly comes into owning this painting, and she sets out on an adventure to like visit this place where it was painted. And I think the storyline sort of culminate in a very emotional, poignant, reflective sort of way. That sounds amazing, and we could both read it. We have like a loose book club we try to maintain, and we've reached the 6th and final book. I'm so sad. One, because you've been doing such a good job, and I also just haven't bought books in a while, so I'm like, let's keep this party going.
All right, so I said there was a reason why I bought 6 books, and the reason why is that Reagan has been on a book buying ban, and I knew she really wanted this book, so it almost feels like a Reagan pick, even if I grabbed it.
I've been really unsubtly asking for this because I knew he was going to go to the bookstore, so I kept like mentioning, wow, this book just came out that I really want to read, hoping that he would grab it. So this is great news. This is great news for me. Yes, it is. It is The Everlasting by Alex E. Haro. Again, such a stunning hardcover as well. Wow, look at the inside cover art. Look at the hardcover. Alex E. Haro, one of my favorite writers. She has a stunning writing style. I really love her fantasy plot lines, but her fantasy plot lines are also kind of literary in nature. I'm in a kind of a knight era right now, and this is like a knight maiden-esque story through time. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. You talk about it a bit.
So this book is about like a maiden knight back in history, has a tragic story. Fast forward hundreds of years in the future, a man who's like a historian and has dedicated his life to her comes back from war. And some form or fashion, time travel's involved, and he goes back in time and is now involved in her tragic story. I think there's elements of love and romance. Does he let what happened in the past occur, or does he change it? It's like Arthurian as well.
Yes, and I love an Arthurian retelling, and I'm pretty sure also that the story takes place over a really long period of time. Their timelines converge, but then I think they also like move forward again, where there's like an element, because he's a historian, so there's an element of like rewriting history, if you will. Knight books are pretty trendy right now, which I'm pretty thrilled about because I love medieval set books, so this is very exciting. I've read a lot of Knight books this year, but I was particularly looking forward to this release, which came out after my book buying ban started. So I'm so happy that I was able to impart this one in your brain to grab me, because I'm so happy. I'll be reading this one definitely soon. Honestly, I want to read all of these right away. Alrighty guys, those were all of the books Clay picked out for me this year. Truly Clay, 10 out of 10. Incredible work. I think I need to do a reading vlog soon featuring at least 4 of these and just try to knock them out, because I truly want to read them so badly. I think I'm gonna love all of these so much. Thank you again to this video sponsor, which is Book of the Month, and thank you to Clay for shopping for me and doing such a wonderful job and joining us for this video today. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys soon with another one soon. Goodbye!